Good morning, everybody. It is Sunday. It is the 18th of January. We are in the middle of a great weekend of sports. Of course, college basketball is our main focus today. But as you guys know, we have a lot of good football. If it's anything like yesterday's games, we should have some great ones, and I think they will be. This is, I talked about last week being the best weekend in football. Well, this one is too. I gotta say, these two are definitely the best. I still love my wild card weekends because they're just so crazy and there's so many games. But a great start to the wild card weekend. So we'll touch that for a little bit later. It's a quick game today. It's a quick show today. By myself, Mr. DJ Big Boss has some family obligations today, and it's a perfect day for that because there's only 11 or 12 games on the college basketball slate. One of them I can't even play because it's Army, and I'll just start off with one of my takes, one of my kind of rants that our WhoBangin team is pushing me to start doing live. But these books stopping me from betting on the New York teams. Most of you know I'm in New York. I'm on Long Island, Franklin Square, right outside the New York City borderline. I live 2 miles away from where the Islanders play at the UAB. Anyway, them not allowing us to play college basketball games is just insane. What do they think we're going to do? How we're going to fix the game? They got fixing games all over the place as it is. You've seen the report that came out. You know how it is. Listen, in college basketball, they've been fixing games forever, if you ask me. So, and we're handicappers. We still got to pick the right line if the damn game is fixed or not. But my point is, let me don't go off on that tangent. My point is how we are stopped from playing college basketball games. It's just ridiculous. If they want, put a limit on it. Make us, set the limit at $500 a game. Set the limit at $1,000 a game. Whatever. I mean, I don't play that high anyhow. But my point is, put a limit on it. How are you stopping us from playing games? I mean, it's just ridiculous. Not that this Army game, I was so interested in it. If I really want to put it in, of course I could, make a phone call and get it in. But that's not the point. Anyway, be that as it may. Let us get back to the game at hand. We're going to do a little college basketball today. Like I said, we'll touch the football, and that's it. It's going to be a quick one. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Mr. Guillermo. Good morning, Mr. Wine Time. Good to see you guys. How's everybody doing? Mr. Zatucci in the house. Hope everything's going well with the family. Wine Time is always good to see you. Like I said, there's no DJ today. It's a quick show. Only a few games. If you guys got any college basketball games you want to put up in the chat, please do. Let me know who you are in the football game. I got a couple of basketball games. We'll go over them quick, and we'll touch a little bit of this wild card weekend. Hope you guys did good yesterday. As far as college basketball yesterday, I kind of was up and down. I had a bad start of the day, kind of rebounded at night, but Saturdays are a tough day. 140 games, 149 games, whatever the hell it was. It's insane. I don't understand why they do that. And I could go on another tangent about that. But why do they have 12 games today and 149 yesterday? I don't get it. Put 20, 30 games on today. Put 20, 30 games on tomorrow. Make Saturday 100 games even, 80, 90 games, 149. It's insane. But be that as it may, let's get into these games today. We got some good matchups. The first one that I am on is this Maryland, Penn State Maryland game. Both these teams can't win in conference. They're 0-6 in Big Ten play. One of them are both 0-6. So one of them are going to be 0-7, and one of them are going to finally get their win today in college basketball. I think that team could be Maryland. I think they should be able to win this game. Penn State is just a team that always seems to be in the mix with me, where it's hard for me to figure them out. You know how certain teams just always seem to get you. Georgetown is one of them for me. Penn State's another one for me. Like in football, it's the Atlanta Falcons. It's always been the Atlanta Falcons. So, yeah. DJ, Big Boss in the house. What's up, DJ? Like I said, he had some family obligations today, so we give him a break. He needs a break once in a while. Uh, trying to take care of all us nuts in the WhoBangin family, that's for sure. So Maryland, I went with a little bit of a different take. I didn't take them outright to win the game. I took them. First of all, I love the over in this game. It's 147.5. Let me get my banners going. 147.5. I think this game goes over. Neither one of these teams are very good at defense. Like I said, both 0-6. Maryland's defense is better at home. On the road, they're not, so great. I expect Penn State to keep it close. I'm looking at a score probably in the area of, let me see if I get that, somewhere like 75-70, 70, 80, 75, somewhere in that. The total I have is it's a sharp number. The 147.5. I think it opened up maybe even 145.5. But I do think this game goes over. I think Maryland gets close to 80 points. I took Maryland's team total over 7.5. That's what I did in this game. Let's see if we get this going. Did I do this right, Mr. DJ? Yes, I did it right, Mr. DJ. For me to do technical stuff without DJ next to me is rare. So there's all the games I'm on. Like I said, I'm not on a bunch of, but I think Maryland takes care of business at home. They do play a lot better at home than they do on the road. Another quick thing about that game is, let's see, where is that one? I had a couple of their rankings put down, but I got so much stuff in front of me. It's that's neither here or there. Like I said, Maryland at home should take care of business. They need this game, obviously. I mean, 0-6. These games in conference is not where you want to be. Next game up. I think this Arizona State Houston game is an interesting game. Whenever I see Houston's total over 140, I'm looking to play under every time, and I did it. And I did it today. I took Houston in under 144.5 against Arizona State. Houston, we all know about Houston. We all know how good they play. Houston's defense is just elite. They're gonna. Arizona State's been playing well, but I think Houston could hold them down. They're allowing less than 1 point per possession. It's actually 0.88888, let's say. So that's like a tick on the 1 point per possession that they're allowing. That's pretty significant. That's pretty elite. As for Arizona State, they're on a 10-game skid. I think Memphis is going to win the first half and the second half. I do have a score of in the area. The first half I have Houston like 42 points. Arizona maybe under 30, 29, 28, 30 points, something like that. And I like Houston to have about 82 points. I think they win this game by 20 points, maybe 15, 20 points. I don't have Arizona State scoring 60. So I had that in that 58-60 area for the final So that's how I got this game. I like Houston. The point spread we know was kind of high. I don't like taking those big point spreads, especially on the weekends. Sunday's a crazy day. Tomorrow's a holiday. You never know how it affects games. And I usually look at the card for Monday, but I didn't tomorrow. I don't know if it's a big college basketball day. I know it's MLK Day. I know we'll have some NBA games in the daytime, things like that. But that's where I'm at. So I'm in Houston under 144.5. I'm on Maryland over 147.5, and I'm on Maryland's team total over 74.5. Let's get to another game. This game is later on today. Washington State out in San Francisco. They're playing San Francisco. San Francisco is a team that I thought from the beginning of the year was going to be a better team this year. I thought they were going to be more of a dominant in their conference, and they really haven't played up to par yet at all. And I think that today is no different. I think it's just too many points. San Francisco is 8-2 at home. San Francisco, I've seen some lines and some captains that like San Francisco even up to -6, -7, -8 points. I took Washington at +5.5. I think Washington can keep this game close. Washington State can keep this game close. Washington State's strength of schedule is the reason why. First of all, they're off a blowout loss against Gonzaga, which you can't held your head down when you're losing to Gonzaga. They were like a +15 or so points, but I know a lot of captains that took Washington at +15 the other night against Gonzaga. Gonzaga blew them out. I think they felt a little disrespected. Also, I think they played St. Mary's, so they played two really good teams. They also had a tough non-conference schedule, Washington State. And that's something I've been getting more and more into this year with college basketball is really factoring the strength of schedule more than I ever did before. It's a learning process, in every year with sports betting. And like college basketball, I'm probably the newest at this out of all the sports I follow. And as far as capping, I really enjoy it a lot. I like a lot, and I've been really doing it serious now for only a couple of years. Not like Major League Baseball that's been in my blood and in my heart for the last 15 years easy when it comes to the gambling part of it. So I went with Washington State plus 5.5 at -105. I just think they might even be able to win this game. If I do good in the early game or so, I might just throw a little bit on the money line in this game. So, that's where I'm at. So I covered 1, 2, 3, 4 games. I got one more for you, and that is the Tulane against UAB. I think Tulane is going to win this game outright. I believe UAB is favored by maybe a point or two. I'm sorry. That's Tulsa at UAB. North Texas at Tulane. This North Texas team is one of the slowest teams in the country. I do play a lot of unders with this team. I did add the under in this game late, right before I came on the show. I took Tulane on the money line at -125 was the money line when I took it. I also took the under, which I don't think I posted on the scroll. I did get it. 135.5. Two of the slowest teams in the ACC, by the way, both ranked bottom 50 in tempo. So they're over 320, 364 teams. So they're over, 315 or so in tempo. I think the under 132 was strong. I got it at 135. I did see lines opening up at 132. I think it went up a little bit. But I would put it this way. I'm not sure if it went up or not, or with the line opened up. What I was going to say is I would take it at -132 if it was that. 130, I might be thinking about it, but North Texas always is a good chance that they're going to keep a game under. And we just hope that when it goes over, it's because they get blown out. So we'll see if that happens in this game. So that's where I'm at, guys, for today with college basketball. I'll go over them one more time. I also did a little homework last night on top and bottom teams as far as using certain criterias. And I'll just go over them quick because some of them are pretty interesting. And some key observations on the top teams in the country. Let me just go over these games first and get into that a little bit, and then we'll talk about football and we'll get out of here so you guys can start your day. Houston under 146.5. Tulane -125, under 135.5. Maryland over 147.5. Maryland's team total over 74.5. I think that's a little low. I think they can score 80 points in that game. Washington State +5.5, -105 out in Frisco. And then we got the big matchup, Houston. Also, I mentioned Houston, Arizona State, Houston on the 144.5. That's right. It did open up at 146.5. That's what I had written down. I took Houston at under 144.5. That's what I took it to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 picks still. Not bad. 6 picks on 1, 2, 3, 4 games. So that's what I got for you. Yesterday, one of the losses I had was Iowa State against Cincinnati. Cincinnati is a team that I've been looking at and playing a lot. They've done well for me the last few times as an underdog. What happened with Cincinnati is they opened up the year supposedly being one of the best teams in their conference. They switched up the way they played. They started playing. They were always known as a very good defensive team, which they still are, and they also known as a slow pace. Run the clock down under 8 seconds or so, and then take your shot. That's what they always did. Now, what they do, they tried to do it to start is slowly go faster, play a faster paced game, and it really didn't work out. They had a bad non-conference schedule. Once they got to conference, it looked like they started slowing down. I noticed a couple of games ago there were 5-6 possessions less per game, and they started. They didn't win a couple of games, but they got close. They were, point spreads were big on them, and they did well as a dog. Well, yesterday they proved themselves, and they got me because I took Iowa State -6.5, and Cincinnati won outright that game at +6.5. I think it even closed about 6 or 5.5. So late money did go on Cincinnati. But, the Iowa State is one of those teams that they were unbeatable, and now all of a sudden they lost their last two. And it's a bad loss against Cincinnati as well. Cincinnati's playing Iowa State. Iowa State, maybe not cover, but they should have won the game. So, but as the way I look at it, the top 5 teams right now, Arizona is the most complete team. They're top 5 in both offensive and defensive efficiency. They're great in rebounding, and they're one of the best ATS teams in the country. Don't be scared away from Arizona's double-digit point spread sometimes because they're covering. Iowa State, they're supposed to have the nation's best defense, and they covered it. And this was without yesterday's game, by the way. They covered 12 of 17 games, which is, of course, we love that, but now it's 12 of 18 games. So Purdue, I always love my Purdue teams. 1, 2, 3, third leads in offensive rebounding, one of my favorite categories. Second chance points. They're getting 37.8% of their missed shots. That's huge. Also, 3-point shooting. They're at 40%. They're 18 ATS record because they get pounded from the public, and it's not the greatest ATS record. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but it's not consistent like I talked about with Arizona or even Iowa State. But still, they're number 3. When you see offensive rebounding in college basketball, I guess obviously in NBA too, but that's just like a total different sport for me. That's something I look at all the time, and a lot of the overs I do take have to do with teams that do their offensive rebounding strong. So simple, right? Second half points, second half chances. So sometimes it sounds easy, right? Then I have UConn and I have Duke. They're kind of neck and neck right now. I love UConn, East Coast guy. Even though Duke is East Coast, it's still a little bit, it's down a little further than New York. It's in North Carolina. But both are elite. Both have good offenses, good defense. They're both well-rounded. They're both very good in conference. They both have really good against spread trends. Very good team. And rounding that out is the most surprising team for me of the year. 1, 2, 3. The fifth, where I have fifth, is Nebraska. Still undefeated. They even a little bit less in their efficiency metrics and all that kind of stuff. They're slightly lower than the other teams I mentioned, but they are just right outside of really breaking that top 5. Nebraska is a team to watch out for. Every time you think they're going to lose, they don't lose. So think about that. Michigan, we know what's been going on with Michigan. They were the darlings of the year. They're still 16-1, but they've topped. They've dropped down in the rankings that I have, the rankings that I made up. That's ones I just talked about. Of course, the national ones might be a little bit different. What I did was I use offensive and defensive efficiency, offensive, defensive rebounding, 3-point percentage, and then I have incorporated the ATS ATS numbers that they've had, and then I complied the top 10 teams. And then I did even the bottom 10 teams. And I went Arizona, Iowa State, UConn, Purdue, Duke, Michigan, number 6, Gonzaga, number 2, BYU, Illinois, and Nebraska. I have at number 10 as far as with all those metrics put down. But like I said, they're going to be the team that is going to crack that in that top 5 for sure. Some of the other teams outside the top 10, Michigan State 15-2, Texas Tech 14-3. So we got a lot of good teams, a lot of good names. We'll see what happens as this goes on. Let me get my man Dylan in. He's going to come talk about a little hockey. Glad he's joining us today. Mr. Dylan, the host of the Ring Report. What up? Dylan's been hot in our NHL picks. If you guys go to the members page that we have at WhoBangin Sports Talk, a simple $4.99 a month. You get all our picks. I have college basketball picks out every day. DJ Big Boss has college basketball picks out every day. Well, almost every day. If the games are, if we have picks, they're out there. Dylan the same with hockey, and it's been on fire. How are we doing this morning, Mr. Dylan?
Doing all right.
Good.
Doing all right this morning. Didn't do too good last night. I mean, hockey was okay again, but football wrecked me. So
yeah, it's the opposite for me.
One sport and losing the other.
I did that in college basketball. College basketball got me yesterday, but not. I did have a good 3-0 football run after having I went like 4-6 in basketball yesterday with live bets and everything else. So. Football for once bailed me out. For once, NFL usually is not my sport to be bailed out, but it did yesterday. I love Seattle from the beginning. I've always been a big Sam Darnold fan ever since the Jets got him, and he lost me a lot of money that year. I have always followed his career. I had a feeling that San Francisco was just a little bit too banged up, and once Seattle jumped out to that lead, that was it. They weren't going to come back in that. No, and I just had the Broncos. Early. Week long. I love the Broncos from the beginning. I had the money line. I had them +1.5. I had them in a 3-team teaser. I had them in a 3-team parlay still open. Both of those are still open. I don't know if I love Denver so much or I just hate the Bills that much. Being a New York fan and being a Jet fan, man, the worst we were all saying the other night, and we were laughing like, is it the worst thing we could possibly have is have the Patriots and the Bills in the AFC Championship? That we did not want to see, and thankfully we're not seeing. And and enough with Tony Romo and his Superman cape and his I don't want to say the words on camera, but his obsession, let's put it that way, with Josh Allen and the cape and the Superman nonsense. Enough with the Bills Mafia. Don't let me get started on that one. Anyway. Let's talk about some hockey. What do you got? You got any games for us today?
There's only 3 games today, but I think I've got something here. Hopefully,
I was talking about that. There's no. I guess today they gave it all. They let it all hang out for basketball, for football, because there's only 12 games in college basketball.
Sunday's usually not really hockey's day. It's kind of when everybody rests. There might be a few games, but there's really usually only 3 to 5. And then on Tuesdays,
they usually have
card for like 14.
They do the national game though, right? There's always like a national game on. There's always a national game on.
Something like that, There's always something bigger than
on TV. There's always in New York. There's always a game on. They have nationally every week. But anyhow, what do you got?
Let's just go through.
So what do you got on hockey today?
I think I found a spot in all of them. Lightning away versus the Stars. They won the last 2 matchups and then lost 2, but they are winning 8 of the last 10. So, and I think Lightning have been on fire right now. I think they got their win streak busted recently, but they were on like an 11-game winning streak. So they're just on fire right now. Yeah, it was to St. Louis last game. They just busted their winning streak. So I'm going back to Tampa Bay Lightning. They're 9-1 last 10. Dallas Stars are 2-8 in their last 10. 2-3 last 5. Like I said, Lightning's 4-1 last 5. Then head to head, Lightning beats them 8 out of the last 10 matchups. So give me some Lightning money line here. I also like the under here, 4-1 last 5 to the under. I think the goal is
minus 126. I see a line. I see a line minus 126 for Tampa. Is that about what you got?
I got minus 120. Yeah.
Okay. So the money's going. So then the money's going into towards Tampa because now I see that they
I think
have.
so.
Yeah, now I see -126. So that means the money's going towards Tampa. Yeah,
Most
11
people
game winning
do bet
streak.
Tampa
Wow.
Bay. Yeah,
It
they lost the
says
last one, but before that they were on fire.
yeah, 11 game win
Um,
streak.
See, I'm not going to fade them just because they lost one game. I think they can
No,
still
of
come
course
back.
not. Nope.
Yeah, I've been on the Lightning heavy and smashing that. So, and the goalies here kind of represent an under too, Dom. Andre Vasilevsky, 2.2 goals against, and Jake Ottinger, 2.68. So both pretty good goalies. I think this one will go under too. The under's -140 at 6.5. So they're kind of respecting
Their
that too.
last time they played was a 2-1 game. It was all the way back in October, but it's a 2-1 game. And Tampa, even though they broke their 11 game streak, they still are on a point streak. That hasn't ended. So so there you go.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
there
It
you
did go
go.
to overtime, right?
Yeah,
So they're still getting
yeah. I was just
points.
looking it up while you were talking to see what was on. What's up, THC Jack 1633? What's up, man? Thank you for joining and there's the Dab Father. What's up, Dab? Had a good
Hey, our
time, Dab
guy.
Father. Yeah, Dab Father joined us in Atlantic City. The first time I met him, he had a good time, man. It was good to see you. Hopefully, we'll get together on the next trip for sure. For sure. Go ahead, Dylan. Next game.
Next game, we have Senators as an away dog versus the Red Wings. They're 4-1 last 5 to the spot. Senators money line, but I don't know if I'm going to get there on Senators. I don't trust them right now, and they're not doing well themselves right now. Even though head-to-head says 4-1 last 5, they're on a back-to-back here. They played yesterday, and I just really don't like betting on the Senators. Don't think I'm going to get there. They're 2-3 in their last 5, and then 4-1 last 5 for Detroit. So Detroit's definitely the trending team right now.
One of those 2 or 3 was that game they beat the Rangers, right? Remember we were talking about that game last week, a couple days ago. They beat the Rangers. I took the over in that game because my neighbor was going to the game. Remember?
The Senators, the Senators beat the brakes off the Rangers recently.
Yep. And the Rangers actually scored 6 goals yesterday or the day before. I couldn't believe that the Rangers actually scored 6 goals in one game. That means they won't score 6 goals in the next 3 combined. But anyhow, you went with who? You went with the Senators today as a dog?
I think the information says Senators, but I'm not going to get there because they're on a back-to-back, and then they're using James Reimer in net too, and just a goalie I can't trust. He's got no stats. Zero wins, 0 losses. They haven't used him yet, so I don't know what he's going to look like. A cold goalie, though, I'll tell you this. Usually a cold goalie, he's getting 1 scored on him in the first period almost every fucking time.
Oh, that might be a look. I mean, the total I have set at 6.5. Detroit -121. You would do what?
I would take the under here, but I don't trust this fucking goalie too. The under is also 4-1 last 5 between these two teams, but I just can't trust this goalie.
Well, you don't know him, so you don't. It's hard to say. I mean, listen, the guy's come out in his first game. He might be on fire, but like you said, it's hard to pick a game where you don't know anything about the goalie. I mean, that's like
3 games, so I might just skip one. I think I've got a better pick in this game.
The next game is the Blues against Edmonton, right? Edmonton's a big favorite.
Classic fucking Edmonton right now. They're pissing me off, Dommy.
11-6-4 at home, but on the puck line they haven't been too good. 7-14 and 0 at home on the puck line. 20-29 overall for the year. So they haven't been really covering that puck line at home.
They haven't been winning spreads, and they haven't. You know what they haven't done, Dommy? Put together a 3-game win streak. Not once. They can't win 3 in a row, those dickheads. And I told everybody, I'm waiting till they show me something, because I'm not betting on the Oilers at -170 when they can barely win 2 games in a row. It's just not.
No, is it -170 right now?
Yeah, again, huge favorites.
Yeah, it opened up at -153, man. That's the public smashing. You Canadians smashing the Oilers now.
Yeah, I don't know why. People just can't get their heads around it.
Yeah.
But I think we played yesterday too, right? So we're on a back-to-back also against the St. Louis Blues. And when I looked into this one head-to-head, the strongest trend here is the puck line, 14-3, favoring the Blues to cover that puck line.
Yeah. And like I said, the Oilers don't. Yeah, and at home they're 7-14 against the
Yeah.
puck line. So that might be a good bet.
82.5%, 14-3 all time. So I'm definitely going there with an 80% trend. I'm gonna hit that one. But it's minus 180. You know, it's always plus 1.5 is always super juice. So if you can wait in game, maybe
Yes.
Oilers score first, and then you take a plus 1.5, or even wait. Maybe
Yeah,
Oilers go
exactly.
up by 2, take a plus 2.5. There should be a great spot. But that's it. That's all I got. The puck line there,
And that's all.
Senators, Red Wings. I would
That's
go
the only
under.
games that are on, right?
There's only 3.
Uh-huh.
That's it.
All right, so
That's all of
go
them.
over those games again. What they are?
I think I like Tampa Bay Lightning the most over the Dallas Stars, and I like the under there too. And then I like the under in the Senators Red Wings game. I'd go towards that over the Senators money line just because they're on a back-to-back. And then St. Louis Blues on the puck line. We're going to try to look for that one live. So can't do much with a minus 180.
Yeah,
don't really feel like parlaying it.
I'm going to keep my eye on that one. Yeah,
that's all I would do there.
I'm definitely going to keep my eye on that one. All right. That's great. Hopefully it works out. I'm going to keep my eye on that one with the Edmonton game and see if we can jump in there live.
Yeah,
we'll be in the chat. We'll see
you see a lot of 8 out of the last 10. They're 4-1 last 5, and that's good, right? But I mean, 14-3 it's impressive.
Without a doubt. I mean, that's why I was looking at it while you were talking and looking it up, and just as a quick cap, it's right there what you're saying. So for sure, let's get to a little bit of football and get out of here.
Right.
Like I said yesterday, I have. Are you on any games today? First of all,
not yet, but
okay.
I will be probably.
All right. Yeah, I would think so.
Need some time.
First game is what, like 3:30 or something like that. So we got plenty of time.
3:00 for you, 1:00 here. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we'll do something. We'll go online or something. We'll do something for that game.
I'm taking the Pats today. Yeah, that's easy. Dab's already saying that in the chat. I'm taking the Patriots. That's our guy. Right now, obviously, he's from Houston, Texas, so he knows his Texans pretty well. He's gonna fade his home team. Let's go, Dabs.
Let's
go.
The Pats haven't really been put to the test yet, and today they're going to be put to the test with that Houston defense. The issue with me is that the overrated Stroud keeps on fumbling the ball and keeps on turning over the ball. If he turns over the ball 3 times,
Stroud interception today too.
If he turns over the ball 3 times today, it's going to be a problem. I took the Texans immediately when it first came out, plus 3.5. I thought that the Patriots really, I don't know put it this way, the just handed them that game. They just handed. How do you score 3 points in a game, number one? I don't care about whose defense it is. And when you hold the other team to 16 points at home in their first playoff game, you're supposed to win that game. I don't know. The Texans aren't the Chargers. I know Nico Collins is out too. I had the +3 with the Houston Texans. I wasn't going to buy out of it, so I took it. What I do like in that game the most is the under, but I teased it up. I'm on a teaser from yesterday. I love the 3-point teaser that you take 6 points. You can't make money taking 3-point teasers at 10 points at minus money. You can't make money at 2-point teasers at 6 points if it's minus 130 and minus 140, which mostly is. You can't be playing over minus 120 on a 2-team teaser. If you ask any of the real math guys that do this stuff, which I'm definitely not, but if you talk to them, that's what they'll tell you. But
yeah, if you're gonna make a parlay, get some plus money out of it. Fuck.
Well, wait. Let me finish. DJ turned me on to this originally. The 3-team 6-point teaser. I got a plus 140. That's to me is those points are worth more than at minus money. If you get my drift. So anyhow, I always play it. I play it every week. At least one 3-team teaser plus 6 points. Plus 140. I had the Seahawks last night down to 1. I had over 39 in the Denver game. I also had Denver in the money line. I also had Denver plus 1.5. I just loved it yesterday. But The third part of that. So I hit 2 parts already. The third part of that teaser is the Patriots game today, under 46.5. The weather's going to be bad. It's snowing here in New York. I think there's going to be a low total, obviously, unless there's mistakes made by Stroud and the Patriots, put up 28 points. I wouldn't be surprised if the Patriots win. I have a feeling they're not, but again, we'll see what happens. Those of you that know me know NFL is not my greatest sport. NFL, I don't bet a lot of money on. I think it's just a coin flip at all the time. I think studying stats and everything like that is a waste of time in the NFL. And as the years go on and the game changes, I feel that way. I think it's more about the situation. It's more about the trend. It's more about, about the game situation and how the team's been playing. Because every week we see it. We see, it gets blown out of the window. Every stat, on paper gets thrown out the window. Especially, we talked about it in Atlantic City. The second half different than the first half, right?
Yeah, that's all I've been doing, Dommy. I've just been watching the games and taking the under or the over live.
And NFL's great for live.
Betting interception props.
Yep. And you're going to get the best. You're going to get the best price. And I learned this from our old friend Noli Knows. Who always had his mantra was make unders great again. He always told me in baseball, take that live total right before the 5th inning starts, and in football, wait till 2 minutes or 1 minute before the first half. That's when you're going to get the best lines. And I've been doing that, and it's been working. My second bet that I'm on today is also a 3-team parlay plus 6-13. I had the Broncos money line that hit. I had the Broncos money line that hit. I have the Texans +3, and I have under 48.5 in the Bears game tonight. That's another game I don't think is going to be a high scoring game. It's a game also that's going to be weather issues, high winds, which is when you talk about weather, it's about the wind more than the snow, more than the rain, more than the temperature. It's always about the wind. So that 3-team parlay is 6-13. That 3-team parlay is 6-13 for a reason, because it's not going to be an easy one to hit. But I did hit the Broncos money line already. If the Texans hit +3, then maybe I'll do a little something on a little bit of a hedge with that game and try to hit another end of it tonight with the total. But that's what I'm on in football.
I can't remember what game it was, but it was just last week. There was a game with very high winds, and they missed, it doesn't seem like much, but they missed 3 passes because of it. You could see that ball come in, and then it goes off by a yard, and the guy's like, oh, he just barely can't catch it. So the wind really fucked that game up, and I think that one went under too.
And you'll miss an extra point. You'll miss a field goal because of it, things like that.
I think there was missed points in that one too.
The current line, the lines didn't really move much this week. The Patriots are still 3, -120. Their money line is -180. That's if the Patriots are going to win, they're going to win by more than 3. I don't think it's going to. I just have that feeling that the Texans win outright or they lose by 10, 15, 20 points. I could see a 21, 10 game that they lose, something like that. So I just have a feeling that's how it's going to be in that game. And the Rams game, they're up to that did change. They're up to -4. The Bears are the comeback kids, man. As much as I like the Rams this year, they're not. They're playing their worst ball, I think, the last couple of weeks, and they could be had today. The Bears got some confidence last week. You win that first playoff game. Williams getting that under his belt. They're not going to be nervous. They played really well last week, and they are they're the fourth quarter comeback kids, right?
No, they've been doing really well, yeah.
So that's going to be a good game, man. So
I'm actually it's a bet that Sniz gave me, but I'm tailing Sniz's bet here. He's taking the first half for the Rams, Bears full game. It's like another plus 1,000. So
he took the double.
Just to think one team wins the first half, the other one comes through and wins the full game. It's not that crazy.
Double result. Yeah, double result.
That too.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it's called. He's taking one. You could take the double result is both teams the same. Split them whatever. I was looking that up right now.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, to see what
This is
that
plus
was.
1,000. I could only get I don't know. My book's different, so they're making me put it together myself instead of just giving you plus 1,000. So I only got like plus 450, but I took it anyways.
Yeah, I don't know. Plus 1,000 doesn't even sound right. To
It's on FanDuel. FanDuel's always giving out great prices.
Yeah, but I
can't get that one either.
Yes,
What up, Don Play?
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, that's a big. But regardless, whatever it is, maybe that's what he got. Whatever it is, it is. I'm just saying that's not a bad way of looking at looking at that. That's not a bad way to go.
Not bad at all.
Here you go. For the Bears to win both, listen, check it out. For the Bears to win both halves is minus 1,000. For the Bears to win both halves is plus 600. For the Bears to score in both halves is plus 1,000. Right now, just go what's on right now at Bet Rivers. For the Rams to win both halves is only plus 245. For the Bears to win is plus 600. They don't have the I don't. That's probably on another page. For the Bears to score first and win is plus 320. And for the Rams to score first and win is plus 138. You can make some money today on the Bears if you so like them, if you really want to cover them. The money line for the Rams is minus 177. And for the second half, or for the full game, not the second half, for the full game is let's see here. For the full game, the Bears are plus 155. So right now, if you did that bet, you see these fuckers? They wouldn't even let me do it. But I'm going to try to. That's Bet Rivers. They won't let me bet the Rams first half, Bears money line for the game. I don't understand that.
Wow,
but
standard bet. No,
but actually, you wouldn't put the Bears money line in. Is probably first of all, putting the Bears money line in would be stupid. I guess you're better off just taking the plus 4 and making a little bit less money. That parlay they won't let me do either.
Shit.
Unbelievable, these fucking books. What they stop you from doing. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. I use Bet Rivers, I use Bet MGM, and I've been using DraftKings. And I used to use DraftKings, and I really hate DraftKings. And most of the time, they're the worst line, especially in baseball. But I got in Christmas, I got a couple gift cards, and everybody that doesn't know about gambling thinks everybody's on DraftKings. So I got a couple $50 gift cards for DraftKings. So I reopened my DraftKings account, But
anyway, gave gift cards
anyway.
for that shit.
Don Play, how you doing, Don? Good to see you. I just noticed you were here. Did I talk about the Temple game? Yes. No, actually, I didn't talk about the Temple game, but I will quick for you. I'll get back to it, and then we're going to get out of here. Let's see. Let me get to that game. I have my games on the bottom there that I played today. Don, there's a short card that, as we know. I think is that playing? Are they playing? Who are they playing? Army? That's probably why they didn't go over it. That's why they probably didn't go over it. Let me see. Let me get my list back up.
Don. That's in NCAA.
Temple. What game is he talking about? The Temple game,
Temple
right?
Versus Florida Atlantic.
Florida Atlantic's minus 3.5 against Temple. Like I said before, I didn't even look at the Army game because I can't play it. The way I have it set up online on the mile that I set up and what's helping me cap these games, I got FAU winning this game 77-72. Both teams are 4-1 in ACC play. FAU's pace and 3-point shooting is 38%. So if I was going to take this game and I'm going to look more into it, I would take the over. And I do like FAU, and FAU had us won us some money last week. Yeah, Don, I would take FAU 100%. I don't know what the line is right now, but FAU did good for us last week also. So
Seeing minus 2.5 now. Starts in
yeah,
12 minutes.
at minus 2.5, I think that's a really good. That's a solid bet. And for those of you who don't know, Don's on it. Don's a good basketball captain too, man. Don's been with us for the whole time. He's one of the original Tease boys, so we love how Don play. And
Hell yeah!
FAU's a good pick.
Buddy.
So, into guys, if you're looking for another pick at minus 2.5, I think it opened at 3.5. I believe that's a solid play. So there you go, a little extra play for you. But last week we went 9-2. Me and DJ, we put out 11 plays. We went 9-2, and hopefully I back it up today with a couple more wins. We've been keeping our head above water in college basketball. Like I said, Dylan's been keeping up in NHL, doing well. Check out the members picks, $4.99 a month. We're going to be doing a lot of new things. Are going to be jumping off soon. We're going to try to get ourselves more shows coming on and a few little changes. So keep your eyes on WhoBangin Sports. We'll definitely be back next Sunday at 11 a.m. with DJ Big Boss. We'll be on during the week. Keep your eye on WhoBangin. Keep your eye on the Rink Report with Dylan. And we will see you guys later. Dylan, anything you want to say on the closing remarks?
Yeah, I actually have a parlay that I'm going to make today. It's in NFL. We're going to do, it's juicy, I'll be honest with you, but Patriots minus 170. And then we're going to go to the Indiana game in college football and just take the money line minus 350. It gets you to a plus 104 parlay. I think both those teams win. So
why didn't I even mention that game tomorrow? Don't you think the point spread? What was the parlay? What was the number? I mean,
plus 104.
Right. That's the way to go, because I'm going to tell you something. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I think that it's getting a little bit too much love for Indiana, and not that they're not. I don't think they're going to win. 9 points, is it now?
Yeah,
that's a lot of points. That's a lot of points. I mean, that's
7-2 and it moved
up.
Up.
If that goes to 10 points, I'm definitely jumping on it. Miami's not a bad team to tease in that game. Maybe put a tease in with one of the games today. Miami's like the Bears. They're the fourth quarter comeback kids. So even if Indiana's blowing them up, they might close it in the fourth quarter, So not that, like I said, not they're going to pull off the win, but they might be down 20 and close it to 7 or 8, something like that. So keep your eye on that. But yeah, I agree, Dad Father. Indiana's probably going to turn up the second half. I just think that, Miami's a team that could keep the number under. I'm not betting it. We'll see what happens with today. I do think that unlike the Seahawks game yesterday, where I thought they were going to blow them out from the beginning, a lot of people thought it was too many points. This one might be too many points. I don't know. I'm not the college basketball expert. We'll have to get DJ and Doc, the big Ragoo's thoughts on those games too, and we'll see what happens. But anyhow, let's get out of here, Dylan. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate you, my brother. Absolutely. And I will see everybody next week on WhoBangin Hoops. Have a good night, everybody.